Now the quarterback, Kevin O'Connell, thank you for joining us. You want to talk offense, defense, and special teams today.
Yeah, a lot of this season we've been talking about the Chargers to be successful. They need to play well in all three phases. And they didn't exactly play a perfect game today, but what they did was they were able to play smart. Phillip Rivers held on to the football, no turnovers. They had the big return by Michael Spurlock. And then defensively, they were able to make big stops when they needed it. So let's take a look. First couple plays we're going to see tonight, offensive side of the football. Obviously, Antonio Gates, another touchdown, a historic career for this guy as a Charger. But what I loved today was the two touchdowns we're going to see. Norv Turner, I know he's on his way out, but he deserves a ton of credit, and I think you're going to see why. He will not be a free agent very long. Somebody's going to hire this guy in a hurry.
This is the guy that cut you, Norv Turner.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But you're going to see, he's going to isolate Gates over here. A lot of Raiders, a lot of attention on him, but what he does is he lines up the back to that same side, free releases it, creates a high-low for Phillip to just pick and choose. If this linebacker right here jumps up or falls back on Antonio Gates, he's just going to throw it out to Jackie Battle and take the gain. Philip Wheeler sinks forward on Jackie Battle, and Phillip Rivers puts his foot in the ground, steps into it, and throws a bullet. Go ahead and play it. Great protection. Phillip hitches on time. We've seen that 7 route, as they call it over there at Charger Park, caught many times by this guy. Hall of Famer right there. But great protection.
Yeah, it is, and protection has been the key. When Phillip has had time to throw throughout his career, he's found his receivers. In case you're keeping track of the numbers, 83rd touchdown reception for Antonio, 56th hookup between Phillip and him.
Unbelievable. This next play right here might be Norv's one of his greatest calls all season, because this was designed probably on Monday of last week. You're going to see what they did was they motioned out the running back, which allowed the Chargers and Phillip to have all kinds of tells. You'll see a linebacker up here on the other running back. They have 2 running backs in this game, but they go empty formation. So he knows that is now man-to-man coverage across the board. But what they did was by motioning out the running back late, it takes any safety help away that might be there to help Denaro Alexander. Go ahead and play it. Once again, great protection. Phillip knows he's going there the whole way, looks off the safety, and it's pitch and catch. Very impressive, and once again, finding Alexander. It's really good stuff. And as you look at this, you can hold it up right here. You're spreading the field. You're running the double vertical down the seams. This is the safety that you were able to pull away. You had a running back here, and you're able to put this guy in a bind. He has to cover 52.5 yards wide. Eddie Royal on one side, Alexander on the other side. They're both beating their men. Phillip could have went to either side right here, and then, oh yeah, you got to worry about Antonio Gates right here over the ball.
Wow, if he gets any kind of a late start, he's done. There's no way the safety gets over there.
Unbelievable. Just a vertical threat. It's fantastic. We're going to look at the defensive now, and this is the side that has impressed me all season. And it starts off, of course, you can play this. You'll see Quentin Jammer. Was it his last game as a Charger? Was it not? He makes a great play on the football, looking like he did in his first year, going up, making great plays, ball skills, the attributes that have made him a great player in this league for a long time. The veteran leadership on this defensive side, guys like Quentin Jammer, Takeo Spikes, Jared Johnson, have instilled a certain amount of, there's a level of expectation now on this defense that I think everybody knows they'd have to play up to. Melvin Ingram, Marcus Gilchrist. You'll see other guys. Next year, a guy like Donald Butler, a guy that should be in the Pro Bowl, Eric Weddle. These guys now know the standard that San Diego Chargers defense will be played, and it's going to be fun to watch this side. And whoever is the next head coach, he's got a great young nucleus on that side of the ball.
He does, and it's because of the hard work that A.J. Smith has put in the last 2 or 3 years trying to rebuild this thing, although he hasn't hit on every one of his draft picks. But the effort by Melvin Ingram this week and last week, there's 11 sacks. A big part of it was him. He was disturbing things, and other guys were getting the sacks.
Huge, and I'll tell you another area where you don't a lot of times see the first-round pick make a huge impact is on special teams, and that was the last phase. And I know they did have a punt block today, but as we look at these special teams plays, you're going to see this is the fake punt. Eric Weddle, like I said, he deserves to be taking a trip to Honolulu. He might end up still doing that as an alternate, but he should have been a starter. You can go ahead and play it. You're going to see who they run behind. Number 54.
Yeah.
He's been there a lot this year for him, making plays on special teams, which we'll see in a second, but they run right behind the big fella right there. First down, huge point in this game. Still a 3-point game. The Chargers end up turning this into a touchdown, the throw to Gates. It was important to do that because at this point, who knows, you got a young quarterback on the other side that can make plays. Very important to keep that drive going. Rich Bisaccia did a great job designing this one.
The Raiders didn't seem real settled during this whole thing. They're running players on and off the field. And I thought for a moment they were going to call the timeout.
Exactly. And then, of course, these last two, we're going to take a look at number 54, the rookie, who I think is going to turn into one of the better defensive players in this league. This is a 265-pound man, tackling maybe the fastest guy on the Raiders team. They tried to block him, it didn't work. And then, of course, everybody remembers this one, the kickoff return. I don't know if I'd want to return kickoffs knowing that this guy was out there, because that's the type of play that he's going to be making those plays all year long on the defensive side. It'll just be a question of whether they're willing to keep him out there on the special teams, because he is an impact guy that's going to be a great player in this league for a long time.
That's a terrific way to tackle people in kickoff. And I saw a lot of Melvin Ingram jerseys in the parking lot today. I wore number 54 when I played for the Chargers, so I love seeing the number out there. And I love the fact that he's wearing it, because I think a lot more people are going to wear 54 jerseys in the stands, and it's fine with me. The more the merrier.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your input all season long. It's been interesting. And you're a Norv supporter because you understand the kind of work that goes into designing the game plans that he puts together on a weekly basis.
Absolutely. The ability for Norv to diagnose a weakness of a defense and attack it. At points this year, we've seen the O-line break down and Phillip Rivers have some turnover issues because of that. But when it comes down to it, he can still design a game plan as well as anybody in this league. That's why I think he's going to be a very sought-after coach here in the next couple weeks.
Yes, he will be as an offensive coordinator. Thank you so much, Kevin O'Connell.